You know, I said before that anyone can look at a debate through their own prism and their own bias, but when I hear a story and a myth and a series of lies that's repeated and repeated and tweeted and then retweeted, it begins to get my attention, especially something that hit the liberal blogosphere, that I apparently in a question implied that Barack Obama was to blame for the financial crisis that actually happened before he became even president. I wondered what triggered that. And they point to this question that I asked. Now, I want you to hear anything that implies that I blamed the financial crisis that Barack Obama inherited on Barack Obama. Listen to this.
Governor Kasich, we are not even 2 weeks into this stock trading year, but think about it, investors have already lost $1.6 trillion in market value. That makes it the worst start to a new year ever. Many worry that things could get even worse and that banks and financial stocks are particularly vulnerable. Now, if this escalates like it did back when Barack Obama first assumed the presidency, what actions would you take if the same thing happens all over again, just as, in this example, you are taking over the presidency?
Did I blame the president for that crisis? No. What I was saying was that we're starting this year out with a huge market sell-off, much as we were looking at the middle of a meltdown in the last year of the Bush administration, that Senator Barack Obama, once elected president, would be inheriting, taking over when he was inaugurated president. My point was then, and distressed now, that he would be taking over as president in the middle of what would be a market meltdown, not of his doing. I wasn't blaming it on him. So for people to reconstruct, like Paul Krugman in the New York Times, Media Matters, some of these left-wing sites, that I somehow manufactured a crisis and lumped it on the president, the same president I had reminded my Republican guests had seen the unemployment rate cut in half under his stewardship and the millions of jobs he created. I wasn't framing any economic argument to benefit either Republicans or Democrats. I was simply saying to the people on that stage, and in this case, particularly John Kasich, what would you do if what we're looking at now is the beginning of a financial crisis that on January 20, 2017, you would be inheriting, much as Barack Obama was inheriting back then? Now, if anyone can divine any political motives to that question, you're an ass. All right, but I digress.